How does it feel to sleep with other people's husband? Real revelations from many ladies. Hi everyone, I'm Dudu. Today we are going to talk about a super hot topic. What does it feel like for a woman to sleep with someone else's husband? We have found several ladies, and they are very brave to speak out their true feelings. This melon will definitely make you unable to stop eating. Come and listen. Let's talk about Zelian first. She is 25 years old, young and beautiful. I don't know what happened, but she got together with a married man. Zelian told me that she was with man at the beginning because she was attracted by his mature charm. He would carefully buy medicine and send it to Zelian when she was sick, and he would also say all kinds of sweet words, which was simply irresistible to Zelian, who was not very experienced in the world. Zelian recalled the scene where the two met, which was at a party organized by a friend. The man was well-dressed, well-spoken, humorous, and gentle, which immediately touched Zelian's heart. After that, the man always looked for opportunities to chat with Zelian, knew her life and preferences, and created some romantic surprises from time to time. Zelian was like falling into a honey pot and gradually lost herself. When she slept with him for the first time, Zelian was so conflicted. On the one hand, she was fascinated by this man and looked forward to close contact with him, but on the other hand, she also knew that she was doing something immoral, and her heart was like a little rabbit up and down. When it really came to that step, Zelian said that the tension was quickly replaced by the novelty. This man was very considerate of her feelings, which made Zelian feel greatly satisfied physically. But afterwards, Zelian's guilt surged like a tide. She didn't dare to face the man's wife, and when she saw couples holding hands on the street, she would feel like a thief. Moreover, as time went by, Zelian found that she was becoming more and more inseparable from this man, but she also knew clearly that this relationship had no future. The entanglement and pain often made her unable to sleep in the middle of the night and secretly wipe tears alone. Once, Zelian saw the man and his wife in the mall shopping sweetly, holding hands, talking and laughing. At that moment, Zelian's heart felt like being pierced by a needle. She hid in the corner and couldn't stop crying. From then on, she began to fall into deep self-doubt, not knowing where this shady relationship should go. Let's talk about Xiaomin, 35 years old. She is a white-collar worker in the workplace and met the man at work. Xiaomin said that she was with this married man more because she was under great work pressure and wanted to find an emotional outlet. She didn't have any special expectations for this kind of relationship. She just wanted to have someone to accompany her when she was tired. Xiaomin's company is highly competitive, and overtime has become commonplace. Facing mountains of work and tricky clients every day, her nerves are always tense. The man is a person in charge of a cooperative company. During the work docking, he noticed Xiaomin's fatigue and stress. During the break, he would make Xiaomin a cup of coffee and chat with her about some relaxing topics. Gradually, Xiaomin found a rare relaxation and comfort in the man. After sleeping with him, Xiaomin's heart was actually not very turbulent. She felt that this was just a tacit comfort between adults. But slowly, Xiaomin found that she seemed to be trapped. The man would help her solve problems and give her advice at work, which made Xiaomin dependent on him. But Xiaomin was also very sober. She knew that this kind of relationship could not be seen in the light. Every time she dated a man, she was like a thief afraid of being seen by acquaintances. Once, in the mall, she almost bumped into the man's wife, which scared her heart to stop. Since then, she began to feel a little scared and was also thinking about whether this relationship was worth it. As this kind of sneaky life continued, Xiaomin's mentality also changed a lot. She began to become worried about gains and losses, and the man's occasional business and negligence would make her think wildly. On the one hand, she enjoyed the warmth and help brought by the man, but on the other hand, she was deeply tortured by this immoral relationship. Once, during the company's team building, everyone was discussing their respective families. Xiaomin could only force a smile on the side, but her heart was full of bitterness. She didn't know how far she could go on this wrong path. And 42-year-old Kiki is even more complicated. Kiki and the man are old classmates. The two met again after many years and rekindled their old feelings. Kiki said that she had always felt a little sorry for this man, so after the reunion she couldn't help it. After sleeping with him, Kiki felt like she was back to her youth, and those beautiful memories came up all at once. In her student days, Kiki and the man had a naive relationship. Because of some misunderstandings and the stubbornness of youth, the two were not able to be together in the end. Many years later, they met again at a class reunion. The man's greetings and dyes made Kiki's long-forgotten heart beat again. After that, the two began to contact frequently, and the emotions buried by time quickly heated up. But reality soon slapped her in the face. Although the man also had feelings for her, he couldn't let go of his family. Sometimes Kiki wanted the man to spend more time with her, but the man always found various excuses to shirk. Kiki felt very uncomfortable. She felt that she was like a toy that could be summoned and waved away. Moreover, her friends around her, knowing this, began to alienate her, which made Kiki feel lonely and helpless. Once, it was Kiki's birthday, and she was looking forward to the man spending time with her. But the man broke the appointment because he had to accompany his family. Kiki sat alone in the empty restaurant looking at the cake in front of her. Tears welled up in her eyes. She began to reflect on her behavior. For this relationship, it should not have existed. She not only hurt other people's families, but also lost her friends, and what she got was only endless pain and waiting. Finally, let's talk about 50-year-old Xinxin. Xinxin is a more casual person. She was with a married man just for fun. Xinxin said that she didn't feel guilty about the man's wife and felt that everyone was getting what they needed. After sleeping with the man, she didn't take it too seriously. Xinxin's life has always been free and easy. She feels that feelings are just the seasoning of life. The appearance of the man is just a small episode in her life. When the two are together, they just enjoy happiness of the moment and never talk about the future and responsibilities. But over time, Xinxin found that her life was messed up by this matter. The man's wife seemed to have noticed something and began to investigate secretly. Xinxin was worried that her life would be exposed. Moreover, the relationship between her and the man became more and more complicated, no longer as relaxed and interesting as at the beginning. Xinxin regretted it a little, thinking that she was too impulsive at the beginning and should not be involved in such a complicated relationship. Once Xinxin met the man's wife in the community, and the other party's eyes were full of suspicion and hostility. At that moment, Xinxin was a little panicked. She began to realize that her behavior might bring her a lot of trouble. Moreover, under the pressure of his wife, the man began to be cold to Xinxin. Xinxin suddenly felt that she was like an abandoned doll. The so-called fun in the past has now become a burden that cannot be thrown away. My dears, after listening to the sharing of these ladies, do you think that this kind of thing is really not as simple and beautiful as imagined? Sleeping with someone else's husband may feel fresh and exciting at the beginning, but it will be followed by various complex emotions and problems. Guilt, entanglement, loneliness, worry, these feelings may always accompany you. We must understand that destroying other people's families is an immoral behavior which will not only hurt many people, but also plunge oneself into the abyss of pain. A healthy and beautiful relationship should be based on respect and loyalty. Don't do something that will make you regret your whole life because of a momentary impulse or confusion. Well, today's video is here. Welcome to leave a message to discuss. We will talk again next time. Bye.